Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wheel of Wisdom, episode number 127. I am Anisha. I have a background in psychology. I am a mindfulness meditation teacher, and I am also an aligned life coach. And I basically help women, to live in alignment with what matters most to them so that they can live a fulfilling and, authentic life. So, this is a little bit about me. And I would love to know about you, like what is your name, which part of the world you are joining us from, or is this your first time here? So feel free to drop in a hi in the comments and yeah, share with me. And so we get to know each other so I can feel your presence. And then we will begin with the live for today. Um, and until you guys drop in a hi or something or type something, let me tell you, what we do here, like give you an overview of this live event. So, we usually, start these lives with a meditation of around 15 to 20 minutes. Hi, Caitlin. Caitlin says, hey, from Hudson Valley, New York. Happy to be with you all. I am happy to be here with you, Caitlin, as well. Thank you for joining in. This reminds me of all the times that you were there when I used to, open the live and your face popped up. And I was always so grateful to have you. And that feeling is returning back, that familiarity. So it is always lovely to have you here. Rob says, good morning, afternoon, Anisha and all from Boston. So grateful to be joining you and the group today. So happy to have you here, Ganj Rob. Thank you so much for, choosing to spend your time with me, Rob, and with all of us. Hello, April. Welcome back. Happy to have you here as well. Hi, Kat. Kat is joining us from Western Canada, second time here. But I'm glad that something resonated with you from that first time. And I hope that, something wonderful comes up for you in this live as well. Okay. So we have a lot of wonderful, beautiful people here and a lot of people who are returning back, and maybe someone here as well who is joining for the very first time. So for those who are, checking the space out, feeling the space out, yeah, let me share, what we do here. So yeah, I mentioned that yeah, we start these lives with a meditation. Okay, 15 to 20 minutes or 10 to 20 minutes meditation. And then once we are more grounded, centered, once we have raised our vibration so that we can receive that higher wisdom, we move on to the next part of this live, which is just a second. Yeah, so I was saying, yeah, so we move on to the second part of this live, which is, opening that wheel of wisdom. That is why the name of this live, Wheel of Wisdom. So we have a wheel. On that wheel, we have names of, so amazing and transformational books that I have came across in my own journey of healing and of personal growth. So we spin the wheel, the universe, God, divine, source, spirit, ancestors, angels, whatever you want to call it, chooses a book for us from that wheel. And then we play a game where I ask you guys to choose, to pick a number, and then I pick a number amongst all the numbers you guys share. And then we do a reading based on that. Okay. And we discuss and, do a lot of other things as well. So I will share more details when we get to each part. But for the first part, I want to ask you guys, are you ready for a meditation? Like, are you settled in a quiet place or wherever you would like to meditate? And if you are, you can type ready in the comments. So the meditation is going to be about the quote that you might have seen when you opened Insight Timer today. So we meditate upon that wisdom that is right in front of our eyes so that we can really soak it in and, feed it into our subconscious mind. So that is what we are going to do today. Hi, Kathleen. So happy to have you here. And I hope that you're doing well. And it's lovely that you're ready. What about other people? Are you guys ready? You can type ready or you can just press the heart to let me know. Okay, Rob is ready. Caitlin says, "Oh, this is gonna be a juicy one today. Yay, ready." Okay, I am now excited, listening to your feeling that how is this going to come up. Okay, so now that we have got some hearts and comments from people saying that they are ready, so let's begin. Begin by coming into a comfortable position. You can choose to sit down or lie down, whatever your body needs right now. As you settle into this position, you might notice your eyelids getting heavier and heavier. Allow them to close gently at their own pace, allowing your eyes to rest in their sockets, knowing that you can come to full attention anytime that you need it. Allow yourself to drift deeper and deeper into relaxation, resting your awareness on your breath, feeling the air flowing in and out of your nostrils, noticing the cool air entering your nose and a slightly warmer air leaving it. Allow your body to let go of any tension, any tightness, and allow your mind to let go of any worries. Simply resting physically and mentally. With every exhale, feeling the relaxation doubling up Today, we are going to meditate upon and absorb the wisdom from a timeless quote by Alan Locos. The quote is: "You cannot control the results, only the actions." You cannot control the results, only the actions. This quote redirects our focus from what we cannot control, from the external world that causes anxiety, from the future that is uncertain, to our internal effort, to what is in our control. And that is where our power lies. It teaches that true productivity and inner peace comes from mastering the process and not obsessing over the outcome. So, in today's practice, we will open the door to our subconscious mind and plant the seed of wisdom there. And then we will go ahead and nurture the seed by using affirmations. So, in a moment from now, I am going to count down from 5 to 1. And with each number that I say, you will drift deeper and deeper into a peaceful and receptive state of awareness. 5. Feel your forehead softening. 4. Your jaw unclenching. 3. Your shoulders loosening. 2. Your arms and legs getting heavier. Sinking deeper and deeper into the surface beneath you. And 1. A soft wave of relaxation is washing over your entire body. Every muscle, every nerve, and every cell of your body is now at complete ease. And as you arrive here, you find yourself standing at the door of your subconscious mind, which is wide open. And as you look inside, you notice A vast and fertile ground in front of you where this new wisdom can take root and continue to grow within you. So go ahead and visualize yourself planting the seed of wisdom in that fertile soil by repeating this quote after me. I cannot control the results, only the actions. From this point on, you will let go of all the outside noises and only focus on the sound of my voice. I will now share with you some affirmations. Each one is like a drop of nourishment for that seed planted within you. I will repeat each statement 3 times. For the first 2 times, simply listen as if you are shining the light of awareness upon the seed. And on the third repetition, silently repeat it in your mind, or you can say it out loud as if you are watering the seed with your words. So, in this way, the seed will receive everything that it needs: light, water, and love to take root and grow within you. So, let's begin. I trust the flow and let it be. Control is small, but faith is free. I trust the flow and let it be. Control is small, but faith is free. And now repeat after me. I trust the flow and let it be. Control is small, but faith is free. I plant the seed and let it grow. How it blooms, I need not know. I plant the seed and let it grow. How it blooms, I need not know. Now repeat after me. I plant the seed and let it grow. How it blooms, I need not know. No act is lost, no step in vain. Each effort plants a seed of gain. No act is lost, no step in vain. Each effort plants a seed of gain. Now repeat after me. No act is lost, no step in vain. Each effort plants a seed of gain. Each try refines the gold in me. Mistakes are steps towards mastery. Each try refines the gold in me. Mistakes are steps towards mastery. Now repeat after me. Each try refines the gold in me. Mistakes are steps towards mastery. I breathe, I try, I live, I learn. My worth is not for me to earn. I breathe, I try, I live, I learn. My worth is not for me to earn. Now repeat after me. I breathe, I try, I live, I learn. My worth is not for me to earn. I am worthy now, not when I win. My value flows from deep within. I am worthy now, not when I win. My value flows from deep within. Now repeat after me. I am worthy now, not when I win. My value flows from deep within. I do my best and release the rest. That's how I feel peace in my chest. I do my best and release the rest. That's how I feel peace in my chest. Now repeat after me. I do my best and release the rest. That's how I feel peace in my chest. Progress, not perfection, is my true direction. Progress, not perfection, is my true direction. Repeat after me. Progress, not perfection, is my true direction. Success or not, I have done my best. That peace alone outshines the rest. Success or not, I have done my best. That peace alone outshines the rest. Repeat after me. Success or not, I have done my best. That peace alone outshines the rest. I walk in faith, not in fear. Each step reveals what's meant to appear. I walk in faith, not in fear. Each step reveals what's meant to appear. Repeat after me. I walk in faith, not in fear. Each step reveals what's meant to appear. Success may shift, world may test, yet I remain enough and blessed. Success may shift, the world may test, yet I remain enough and blessed. Repeat after me. Success may shift, the world may test, yet I remain enough and blessed. Whether I rise or fall today, my inner light will find its way. Whether I rise or fall today, my inner light will find its way. Repeat after me. Whether I rise or fall today, my inner light will find its way. Beautiful. You did great. With every affirmation that you repeated, a new leaf appeared upon this plant of wisdom, and with each repetition, this plant will grow into a big wisdom tree whose roots will ground you deeply and whose fruits will nourish your life. But for now, let's come back. So, in a moment, I am going to count from 1 up to 5. And at the count of 5, you may either choose to open your eyes, feeling refreshed and ready to meet the day ahead, or you can simply choose to drift into a peaceful sleep if your body needs rest right now. So, 1, bringing your awareness back to your body, gently bringing small movements like wiggling your toes and your fingers, gently waking up your body. 2, feeling the air against your skin. 3, becoming aware of the sounds in your surrounding. 4, drawing a fresh, nourishing breath. And 5, you can choose to let your eyes stay closed and drift into sleep, or whenever you feel ready, you can open your eyes gently. Arriving back in the space. Welcome back. If you feel like you can hydrate yourself, so if you feel like sharing your experience of the meditation, you're welcome to do that in the comments. And also, I noticed that some new people have joined us while we were meditating. So, welcome to you all. A warm welcome in this space. And in case you guys missed the meditation or joined late, I will share towards the end of this live where you can find this meditation and my other meditations as well. Okay. But for now, feel free to share what you're feeling, what resonated most with you, what affirmation really, landed for you. And yeah, just share your general experience if you feel called to do that. And if you don't feel like typing yet, then you can simply press the heart somewhere here to let me know that the practice resonated with you. And thank you for the hearts. I receive your love, and I'm glad that you like the meditation. Okay, so since there is no comment, let's just dive into the next section of this live, which is about receiving that message that you most need to hear right now, receiving that guidance that wants to come to you at this point in your life. And for that, let me take out the wheel of wisdom and show you guys. Okay. April says, I love your meditation and the affirmations are beautiful and poetic. My favorite is I'm worthy now, not when I win. My value flows from within. I am so glad. Because yeah, sometimes we associate our worth, our value based on how much we can do, how much we can give, provide, what we can prove, what we can achieve. So thank you for sharing that. And that is one of my favorites as well. And I'm so happy that you remembered the whole meditation. That was the very reason I made it, rhyming and everything. So you remember and you carry that kind of a mantra with you into your day, even after this live ends. So thank you, April, for sharing that. I'm glad that you like them. And Sarah also says, loved the meditation. Thank you, Sarah. I am glad that you liked it, that you loved it. Okay. So now let me show you guys the wheel. So, this is our Wheel of Wisdom, and this wheel contains the name of 31 transformational books. And what we are going to do is spin the wheel, and this wheel is going to randomly choose a book, whatever book the universe, God, divine, spirit, ancestors, angels, whatever you want to call it, wants to send our way, wants to send in the space so that we can receive that message that every single one of us needs to hear most. Okay. Good morning, Amelia. Amelia says, good morning, good people. I look forward to catching the meditation when you post it. Ah. I missed you, Amelia, in the last live, and I'm so glad that, that you were able to join this one. And yeah, you're welcome to check it out, later whenever it gets released. Okay. So, coming to the wheel, before we spin it, in order to receive what we most need to hear, we need to set a direction for this life, we need to hold that intention in our mind. And in order to do that, I invite you guys to reflect that what is it that that is going on in your life, what is it that you would like to receive some guidance on. It can be a specific issue, a specific problem, a challenge, a specific area of your life that you're struggling with. Or if nothing specific is going on in your life, then you can simply set an intention that may I be open to receive the wisdom, the message, the guidance that is for my highest good. So once you have either thought of something specific or you have set an intention, you can let me know in the comments by typing ready. And then we will spin the wheel and see which is the book that is going to deliver today's wisdom for all of us. Okay. Okay. So people have thought of something, it seems like, by the hearts. So I'm going to take a sip of water and then we will begin. Thank you, Tom, for letting me know. Wonderful. Okay. Thank you, Sharon, for letting me know. So seems like we all are set and we all have something in our mind. Thank you, Sarah. So, whatever it is for you, whether it is an intention or whether it is something specific, bring that to your awareness as we spin this wheel. Okay, so the book that came for all of us is Radical Acceptance, Embracing Your Life with the Heart of a Buddha. And this book has been written by Tara Brach, who is also a teacher inside Timer. So let us see what this beautiful book has to offer us. Okay, give me a second to open the book and choose some numbers because in a second we are going to play a game where I ask you guys to choose a number. Okay, let's go. So, now the instructions for anyone who is joining for the very first time is that in a moment I am going to ask you guys to choose a number between certain numbers, okay? And I do not want you guys to rush at all. Instead, take your time and see which number is coming up for you, okay? And then share that in the comments. Whatever number you see, whatever number you hear, at whatever number you feel a sensation, just tune into your intuition and see which number is coming up for you. Share that in the comments. I will go through all your numbers and then see which number does my intuition is feeling called to. So in this way, we will get to tap into this collective wisdom. Okay. So I invite you guys to choose a number between 20 to 240. Here you go. So whatever number I choose, what I will do is I will open that page number, and so as I was reading this book and every book on this wheel, I highlighted the insightful paragraphs or the transformative exercises from these book. So I will open that page and read the highlighted part on that page. Okay. So thank you, April, Sumit, Sharon, Amelia, Dorothy, Kristen. Anyone else who would like to share a number? Thank you, Tom. There's always someone in our lives who choose like 111. Okay, so in today's life, Tom is that person. Wonderful. Okay. So now I'm going to go through all these numbers and see which number, I'm feeling most called to. Thank you, Sarah. Okay. So the number that is coming up for me is 139, and the number has been chosen by Kristen for all of us. Thank you, Kristen. Okay, so let's see what is on page number 139. Hmm. So the heading for this is the safety of belonging with others. And the message that wants to come from this is Most of us find ourselves stuck in fear from time to time, and we can greatly benefit from seeking help. In facing intense fear, we need to be reminded that are we are part of something larger than our own frightened self. In the safe haven of belonging to others, we can begin to discover the sanctuary of peace that dwells within our own being. So, maybe the message for you or for anyone else also in this space is that if you are, feeling that fear or doubt, or if you're struggling with anything right now, maybe the universe is nudging you towards like seeking help, because when we are in connection with others, you know we get to expand our perspective as well. Whatever the perspective that your small self, that your frightened self is believing to be true, whatever story is it believing, when we are there with other person, when we ask for help, when we simply talk with that person regarding something, then it helps us expand that perspective. It helps us move beyond our frightened self, move beyond our stories that the mind is telling us. And also, we get to connect with the peace within us. So, even if the person don't do anything, don't say anything, even if that person do not share any other perspective, then also when we share that with the other person, there is a sense of relief. And when that person is, regulated themselves, that person is bringing to presence, that person is really seeing you or hearing you, then that in itself is truly healing. That in itself, make us feel peaceful, because there is a concept known as co-regulation, which simply means that our nervous system, so basically our nervous system is always picking up signals from our surroundings, that whether it is safe, whether it is not. So when we are in presence of another person who is regulated, who is, whose system is doing like his system is regulated, our system also starts to feel calmer and calmer just by their presence, not because of their words, not because of what they do for you, but just by them being them. And if you are not struggling, but a loved one is, then maybe the message for you is to be there for them in that manner. That when they express that, they express their suffering, that you stay regulated, that you open your heart to them, that you really listen, that what might be going on for that person, what are they feeling, what they might need in this moment. And in that way, you can be a truly healing presence, and you do not have to be the expert, you do not have to be a therapist or a coach for them, but that in itself is enough. And then it might be helpful, or they might even feel more open, because sometimes when we are going through something, it is harder to share, because there is this fear that what if I'm not accepted in this manner, what if that person judges me? What if that person rejects me? What if that person thinks me as selfish or bad, So we fear these kind of judgments from that person. So if you just, listen to that person or open yourself up, then that person who is suffering might learn that it is okay to seek help. It is okay to ask other person to share these things with other person. And maybe if they need more help, if they need more professional help, then they would be more likely to reach to that person as well. But you might be the catalyst, you might be the hope, you might be that safe haven for that person that made them believe that it is okay to share, that it is okay to ask for help, that I am okay. So I hope that, does it resonated with you, Kristen? Or did it resonated with anyone? Feel free to share that. Or if something else is coming up for you from this reading, feel free to share that as well. And thank you for all the hearts that flowed in. I receive your love. Hi, Selena. Selena says hello. Welcome, welcome. And you're just in time. We were just going to do the next reading for today. So, hmm. So we are going to select another book now and see what is some other piece of wisdom that wants to come up for all of us in this space. Okay. So, anyone who has joined us right now, bring to your mind anything specific that you would like to receive some guidance on, or just set an intention that may I be open to receive some guidance for my highest good, and hold that in your awareness as I spin the wheel of wisdom. The universe is saying to you all, take the leap. Okay. Okay, so yeah, Kristen replied. Kristen said, it does resonate. I should reach out to others more often. It is hard to do. Yeah, it is, because of so many reasons, because of so many fears. Some of them which I named, some of them which I didn't, but it is hard. But you deserve that. You deserve to receive love and care and, to feel truly seen and heard by other people, to receive help and assistance and support. You deserve all of it, Kristen, and every single one of you deserve that. So, even if it is uncomfortable, take the leap to the book that came up. The universe is really, really encouraging you to take the leap, take that action, ask for help from that person, or, ask for help from however you want to, whoever you want to reach out to. And I'm glad that resonated with you, Kristen. Thank you for sharing that. Amelia says, at my last job, my coworkers and clients would always be in my office. I vividly remember one coworker saying she loves to be in my office because it has a calm energy. I did not know about energies at that time. I said I thought people came in because I kept soda and candy for everyone. Yeah, for anyone that wanted it. That might be another reason. But yeah, but looking back, I now realize they might not have even been aware of the energy there either. Yeah, because there are some places when we step into them, ah, it's like a burden has been lifted over our shoulders or from our heads, and we feel relaxed, we feel so peaceful within. And it has nothing to do with, you know, the beautiful candles or the aroma or the beautiful pictures there. It is that energy of, whoever, is there at that place, at that space. And so it is based in spirituality, it is based in, neuroscience as well, that what is happening here. So it's something that I learned about you, Amelia, that you have a calming energy. And I can definitely feel it, even if it is virtual. That's why I say that I love your presence, with the energy that you bring here. And it is not just calm, it is also a little bit of fun energy that I feel from you. Like an energy of lightness, an energy of warmth. So yeah, so we all emit these, we all have this kind of impact on other people. And we think that we can only impact others by what we do, what we provide, what we say. But it can also be, how we are. Our simple presence can be more than enough for people. Thank you for sharing this beautiful, instance from your life, Amelia. That really put things, more practically. Okay. Kathleen says, that's the way I feel here. Oh, Kathleen, I am beyond, you know, I don't know, honored and happy to hear that. That the space provides you that we all can create the space where for these few moments, where for this hour of the day, we can feel okay, where we can feel peace or whatever it is that you feel in this space. It means a lot. Okay, now going to the second book of our day, which is Taking the Leap. So, the full name of this book is Taking the Leap, Freeing Ourselves from Old Habits and Fears. And this book has been written by Pema Chodron. So let me open this book and then we will see what wants to come through from this book. Taking the leap. Again, I'm choosing some numbers for us to choose from. Okay, guys, ready? So, again, anyone who just joined us, I want you guys, the instruction for this game is that I will ask you guys to choose a number between certain numbers, and I want you guys to take your time and see which number are you feeling most called to, and then share that in the comments. Then I will go through all the numbers that you guys share and choose a number that I am feeling most called to. Okay? So in this way we will tap into collective wisdom and receive that message that most of us wants to hear in this moment. So, the numbers between which I invite you guys to choose are 29 to 105. Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you, Amelia. Ooh, 277. Okay, guys. Uh-huh. Oh my God, third 77. Okay. Now I can really feel it. You guys are aligned at the same level. And most of the numbers are around this. Okay, love that. Love that. Okay. So Kathleen, Selena, and April and Meg chose 77. Okay. So I guess now I don't even have to choose because since four people are aligned, you know, yeah, I guess let's go with that one. Emilia says, "Where is V?" That was the first thought when I saw for the first 77, Emilia, that 77 is V's number. Okay, so let's see what really wants to come through 77. Hmm. Exactly, Selena. The alignment chose for you. And I was like feeling, so close to you when we talked about that energy thing. And now I can see the effect of it. Meg says 77 was the first number I felt, and then 66 after. Okay, and someone else also chose 66. Again, no matter what number you chose, Meg, it would have aligned with someone. So it seems like, yeah, we all are in total alignment. So yeah, let's respect that and go with the first number that came to Meg, which is 77. Okay, give me a second to open this page and see what is that magical text that wants to come through. Mm, okay. So the heading for this is Uncovering Natural Openness. Okay, that is the name of the chapter. So the author says nothing is static and permanent, and that includes you and me. Hmm. We know this about cars and carpets, new shirts and DVD players, but are less willing to face it when it comes to ourselves and to other people. We have a very solid view of ourselves and also very fixed views about others. Yet, if we look closely, we can see that we aren't even slightly fixed. In fact, we are as unfixed and changing as a river. For convenience, we label a constant flow of water the Mississippi or the Nile River, very much the way we call ourselves Jack or Helen. But that river isn't the same for even a fraction of a second. People are equally in flux. I am like that, and so are you. Our thoughts, our emotions, molecules are constantly changing. If you are inclined to train in being open endedly present to whatever arises, to life's energy, to other people, to this world, after a while you will realize you are open and present to something that's not staying the same. For example, if you are truly open and receptive to another person, it can be quite a revelation to realize that they aren't exactly the same on Friday as they were on Monday, that each of us can be perceived freshly any day of the week. But if that person happens to be your parent or sibling, your partner or your boss, you are usually blinded and see them as predictably always the same. We have a tendency to label one another as an irritating person, a boring person, a threat to our happiness and security, as inferior or as superior. And this goes way beyond our close circle of, acquaintances at home or at work. This labeling can lead to prejudice, to cruelty, and violence. And in any time or place when prejudice, cruelty, and violence occurs, whether it is directed by one being towards another or by one group or by group of beings towards other group towards other groups, there is a theme that runs through. This person has a fixed identity and they are not like me. Us versus them, me versus you. That is the divide that causes any conflict between individuals or groups. There is a whole other way to look at one another, and this is to try dropping our fixed ideas and get curious about the possibility that nothing and no one always remains the same. This starts, of course, with getting curious and dropping the limiting stories we have created about ourselves. Like I am a shy person, I am a lazy person, I am a perfectionist, all of the labels that you have assigned yourself. So, first drop them and then be open to the possibility that other person is also not always the same, and just getting curious about that person in this moment. Yeah. Okay. So the author continues, then we have to stay present with whatever is happening to us. What I find helpful is to think of whatever I am experiencing, whether it's sadness, anger, or worry, pleasure, joy, or delight, as simply the dynamic, fluid energy of life as it is manifesting right now, that shifts the resistance I have to any experience. So, the invitation from this reading is to drop the labels that you have given to others, like they are difficult, they are inconsiderate, they are this, they are that, and also drop the labels that you have assigned to yourself. Drop the limiting beliefs or the stories of who you think you are, and just be open, just be curious about what is happening in this moment. Who am I in this moment? Who is other person in this moment? Drop the stories of the past. Drop the predictions about the future that your mind has told you that this person is going to behave in this manner or this person would say this. Because, and some of you might be like, no, but I know this person and this person always does that. But let me tell you this, every single time that I've questioned a client of mine, um, about this always, there has always been exceptions. I'm using the word always, but yeah. So you see how easily we assign always and never, that this person never does this person always does this, or I am always like this. But when we really, look beyond the simple labels and when we look at the evidence, it turns out that this is not an 100% true statement. And there is a possibility that this time this person might behave differently. And it has happened and it has surprised, my clients that I didn't thought it would happen. So there is this possibility. So just being open and curious and meeting that person, meeting yourself, meeting this moment as it is right now, dropping the past, the stories of the past, the predictions of the future, and meeting this moment with openness and curiosity. That is the invitation. I love that, Kathleen, that you are taking, when I was reading this, you did came to my mind. So I am happy that you are, taking this perspective with an open heart. And I know it is not going to be always easy to be able to do this, but let's give this a try and see if it is more helpful compared to what I have been doing in the past. And just give this approach a try to be open and to be more curious and meeting this moment as it is and, being our best self in this moment, trying, to respond better in this moment. And maybe you don't in this moment, but maybe trying the best in the next moment when that becomes your present reality. So, yeah, I'm glad that you have opened your heart to this. Selena says, a fixed belief about others doesn't allow us to see their possible growth. Same for ourselves. Exactly, Selena. You're absolutely right, because the thing with simple labels is that they are, we assign a label because it conserves our mind's energy. the mind do not like to look at the contradictory evidences. It wants it just want to conserve its energy and just put a label and move on. And what happens when we put a label is, I was actually talking about this with my client yesterday, that when what happens when we put a label like this is that we are not able to see all the other possibilities that are there, all the other evidences that are there. We lose a great deal of information when we just put a simple label and move on. So we need to learn to question our mind. That is how we will grow. That is how we will be more open, compassionate, and whatever it is that you want to be more of in your life. So, yeah, thank you, Selena, for sharing that. And thank you so much, Meg, for this donation. I'm so happy that this reading touched you and you let your heart be touched by this, by this new approach. And I hope that it bear fruits in your life, that you see the impact it have. Maybe not in terms of the outcome. Remember, we did a meditation on that. Maybe not in terms of the result or outcome that you get, but in terms of your experience of applying this and see how it feels different to do this rather than what I've been doing all along. April says the reality is what we think of others is a reflection of ourselves. We have been conditioned to see our thoughts of others versus truly seeing them exactly. So we have this perception of others, how we view them is just a story that our mind has created, and that is different from who they truly are because we haven't known this person. Even if that person lives with you, then also you don't know this person, you know, um, how he used to be, how he is in different situations, how he or she is in, with different people, how they are with, you know, um, when they are waking up to when they are, compared to when they are sleeping. So there is a lot of different variety and colors that we human beings are complex and we bring a lot of variety, a lot of vibrancy, a lot of vibrant behaviors. And we just, try to squeeze this complex person into a simple label. And when we do that, we lose all the richness of that person and we devoid ourselves of a lot of things. So yeah, thank you for bringing that forth, April. What that our perception is different. Our perception of that person is different from who that person really is. So yeah, we need to remember that as well. Okay, so okay, and as I was reading this, two resources also popped in my head that I think might be able to help with this tendency of labeling because that is one of the ways in which people think. So there are certain thinking patterns that usually leads to suffering, that usually causes misery. And if you want to learn how to, overcome or like question or, move beyond this way of thinking of labeling yourself or other people, then I do have a course for you. So let me know if you would like me to share the name of it here. And the other resource that I have for you is regarding identifying your own limiting stories. What do you believe about yourself? What kind of perception do you have of yourself? What are the things that you might believe that you don't even know about, but they are running your life? They are determining the results that you get in your life without you not even realizing. And you feel like, why do I always keep on manifesting this in my life? So, yeah, if you would like me to reveal the name of the two courses that I have for you, then you can, type in the comment and let me know. Otherwise, we will move on to the next thing in this live. Okay. So Kathleen says yes. Meg says, what are the course? Okay. Yeah, sure. So The first course that I was saying about certain ways of thinking that do not serve us. So, the name of this course is Master Your Thoughts by Overcoming Common Thinking Errors. So, this particular course includes all the thinking errors that, according to certain therapeutic approaches, are unhelpful, are dysfunctional. And I have included them in detail. That what are all those? You can, yeah, makes you so excited to listen. And I'm excited to find out how you find it, Mag. How is your experience of it? So yeah, you can go through them and see which ones do you have. Find your top three so that when they come up again, you are able to catch them. Like, you're playing hide and seek with your thoughts, so you're able to catch them. And then I've also included specific strategies for each of those ways of thinking. So you can then counter them. You have some tool to be able to deal with them. So you will find all of that here in this course. And the second course that I was referring to regarding finding your limiting beliefs, which are way deeper than your thoughts. You are aware of your thoughts, but your limiting beliefs are usually in your subconscious mind, hidden away, tucked away, and because they have been formed when you were in your earlier years. So, if you would like to shine a light on those hidden beliefs and really understand why do I keep on self sabotaging? Why do I feel resistance to move towards my goals? Or what are all the beliefs that I carry about myself and even other people? So, if you want to learn that, you can check out this course, which is Master Your Mindset by Identifying Your Limiting Beliefs. And in this, you will also learn from where did you get that. So, because they are not your own. So, you can feel the freedom that since they are not your own, let's just drop this baggage and, either carry with me the beliefs that would support my goals or be my true self, you know, because the healthy beliefs are also a story that we are, um, that we are creating. So you can either go with that if it is supporting your goals, or you can return back to your true self that if I'm not that, if I'm not that, if I'm not that, then who I am. So that can also be another way to go. So like both these two are different pathways. Uh, yeah, you can go either way, whichever supports your aim. Okay, so these are the two resources that I have for you. And um and yeah, if you want to get in touch with this true self thing that I just mentioned, if you want to get a glimpse or just touch it a little bit, then you can check out this particular track of mine. It might help you, you know, just have a glimpse. Okay. Sarah says, I find it most difficult to not label when people present hateful ideologies, sorry, or they present themselves with arrogance as correct. Yeah, so this remind me of another reading that we did in this very series where we talked about that people, and the question for that was a kid asking that how do I deal with a rude brother. Because for that kid that is the problem, and that is for us also. If the other person is very hateful, the other person is very arrogant, the other person is very rude, you know so in that manner, what to do with that. So we did address that. If you want to go to the reading, you can like check out the exact reading that came up by going to the summary in my group. um but for now, the in alignment with what just came up, um what is coming up as a response to you for me is that instead of putting a label again, you know, if you have that kind of time and energy, if you want to practice openness and curiosity, the thing to go to look for is that why is the person like this? What might have happened to him or her in the past that made him or her like that? Was he brought up with these kind of ideologies? What he was he conditioned like this? And that is why, this person is behaving or saying all of those different things. So, what are all the different factors that made him say anything hateful to you, do anything hateful? And it might be a difficult process to jump onto that if you have been really hurt by it. So, in that case, you need to come back first to yourself. You need to be there for yourself first. And, bring compassion to the parts of you that are hurting. So, in that case, that is the first thing to do. If something said something like, superficially rude and it is not very hurtful, then you can go directly to that. Um, but still, I would recommend always first step to, be there for yourself, to show compassion. And then if you feel like, understanding where that person comes from, understanding or being curious and practicing openness, then in that case you can go to that what made the person this way, what are the factors that caused this person to behave in this manner? Was it the mood? Was it peer pressure? Maybe he or she was with someone else and they want to show a certain selves of them, of a certain version of themselves, so they made that comment or they behaved in that manner. So there are different reasons, and when that understanding comes, automatically we no more label them. The labels have been already dropped, but from that understanding sometimes compassion also emerges. So there is like all of this process that happens, and we talked about in detail in that live. But yeah, for now that is my response to that what can you do instead of label? And it is harder to practice that. And that is why it is harder is to, because you are already hurting, so you need to first bring your attention to that, and then you can do that. Then you would have the energy, the spaciousness to be able to hold the other person in, with curiosity or even with compassion. Yeah, exactly. What exactly Meg mentioned, that I wonder why they speak and feel hard things, yeah, what they are feeling inside. Exactly. What is the emotion that they are feeling? And go beneath the anger. Anger is usually a cover up emotion. There is always something beneath. So that might, help with processing all of this in a new way. Char says, thank you for the information on these courses. All sounds great. I'm glad that the courses resonated with you, Char, and I hope that you find them helpful. Meg says, it's like studying the void. Exactly. Okay. So, yeah, I feel like Sarah got the response that she was looking for. Okay. So, now, guys, it seems like, it is soon going to be 1 hour, 30 minutes. So I guess this is the time to wrap up this live. But I know there are two kinds of people present here. So I do two kind of ending of this live. So the first type of people who are here are the ones who have been here before many times, who are regular or who have stayed till the end of this live. And who knows what I'm going to mention next. So for those people, in case you have something to go to, then you're welcome to, bid goodbye and, to join me in the next live. Um, because you already know what I'm going to mention. And if you want to stay, you're welcome to. I would love to stay with you longer. But yeah, if you want to leave, then you can do so right now. Sarah says, thank you. You're welcome, Sarah. And the second type of group of people who are here is the ones either who are joining for the very first time or who haven't been able to stay till the end and who want to learn about all the offerings, all the resources that I have created for you guys and where to find them. So for the ones I would like you guys to stay just for 10 more minutes, 10 more minutes, and then we will wrap this live for you. Catlin says, thank you. This was so meaningful and healing to me. That is so, I feel so warm in my heart to hear that, Kathleen. And I hope that this ripple of healing continues for you. Okay, so Namaste, Selena. Okay, so now for the ones who haven't left and who would like to know about all the wonderful things that I've created for you guys. So let's start with where you can find the summary of today's live. Okay. So in case you joined late, you missed anything about, this live, or you want to go through the readings again, then the place where you can find a summary of today's live is, let me type it for you, is my group, which is Wonderful Beings. So you can either type the name and, in the search box on Insight Timer and go to the group section. You will find that there. Or you can go to my profile, okay, and go to like the home page here. So when you go to my profile, this will open, like the home page will open. And when you scroll all the way down, at the bottom, you will see this group, teachers group, which is Wonderful Beings. So currently 101 beautiful humans are a part of this little community on Insight Timer. And what I do here in this group is after like 5 or 10 minutes of this live ending, I post the summary of this live, including the type of meditation that we did, the name of the books through which we read, and the exact readings so you guys don't miss out on anything. So that is one thing that we do. Other is that I share if a new track is released or if I have to cancel a live because of some certain reason that is not in my control. So I share the exact reason there as well. So yeah, it is my way to stay connected and for you to stay updated of what is happening in my world. So that is the first thing that I wanted to mention. The second thing is that so this is where you can find the summary. And if you guys would like to go through the meditation, and if you miss the meditation and everything, then what you can do is so that was the home page. You can go to the end and come to the about page on my profile and scroll all the way down. Okay. And here at the bottom of this, you will see here. So in this, you will find the recording of today's live. So if you missed the meditation, you can practice that here again. Or if you will find some other things here as well, like some additional free resources that I have created for you. And if you would like more personalized support from me, more personalized guidance from me regarding whatever is happening in your life, then you will also find a way to work one on one with me here. And the other thing that you might find here is about me, like more about me, my journey, what I have gone through, what I overcame, what I learned, and everything about that. So, yeah, here you will find all of these things. Um, and the second thing that I wanted to share with you, the third thing that I wanted to share with you are the two places on Insight Timer where you can find rest of my resources. Okay. So, one is just above the group that I mentioned to you before, you will find a playlist section. Okay, so there are four playlists for you guys here, and I have organized all of my tracks into these four playlists. Okay, so the first playlist, 21 Day of Mindfulness Challenge, is for those who wants to cultivate a meditation habit, who wants to live more mindfully. The second playlist that I have is self soothing techniques for difficult emotions, and it is for those if you are going through if you're feeling overwhelmed by emotions because of a situation, or if you are feeling like too dysregulated, if you want to feel more centered, grounded regarding whatever is happening in your life, then you can check out different techniques here and find the one that fits you most. The third playlist is for negative thoughts and limiting beliefs. So if you have any thought like I'm not good enough, I'm too broken to heal, there is something wrong with me, or what if I make the wrong decision? So if you are going through any of these thoughts, then you can check out this playlist and I will add more thoughts here later on. And the final playlist is for those who wants to continue the game that we played here in this live, which is to, to develop a connection with your intuition by asking it to choose, by asking, it to make a decision for you. So, what I have done here is that I've made a game out of this playlist, and the instructions are here. And you basically you basically close your eyes, scroll through this, and point a finger anywhere and listen to that particular meditation. So there are already 41 meditations here, and all of them are free so that everyone can access them. So yeah, just let your intuition guide you and choose a meditation for you. So this is the first place where you can find all of my resources, like all of my tracks arranged into playlist. The second resource where you can find all of these is the courses section. Okay. So I have around 7 courses. I already mentioned 2 courses here. And the other courses that I have for you is um so here is a one related to what we already talked about, the thoughts and beliefs. So if you want to learn, specific techniques, especially from CBT, which is a therapeutic approach, to deal with your negative thoughts, any thought for that matter, then you can, check out this course and this will help you. This will give you certain techniques as to how to deal with your negative thoughts. And the other course that I have for you is it this particular course is basically to learn how to accept life as it is, So if you're going through a difficult situation, learning how to accept it, process whatever is happening for you, process the emotions in a healthy manner, and then move on from it. So this course will help you do that. And then the other 3 courses that I have for you is this. This particular course that I have shared with you will help you um, learn how to live more mindfully, understand the what, why, and how of mindfulness. And yeah, how to live a conscious life rather than moving around automatically on autopilot. Then the sixth course that I have for you is how to stop chasing and start living your life from doing to being. So this is my shortest course and it will help you reflect that do you need that in your life? Do you need to stop chasing and do you need to, learn how to live your life right now in this moment? And then the final course that I have for you is this: the art of noticing, how to find joy, beauty, love, peace, whatever it is that you're seeking in your life right now without having to change anything about it. So if you want to experience how what I have is enough, how I already have what I seek, then you can check out this course and experience all of that. Feel more alive in your daily life. So these are all of my 7 courses. And, you know, I hope that either the playlist or this course, so any of these resources resonated with you and, you have something to go to after this live. And if not, and if nothing resonated, if you didn't found what you were looking for, or if you need something else, then again, you can, approach me. You can like go to the about section, scroll all the way down, and check a way here to, get more personalized support, get more personalized support, get more personalized, guidance, clarity, and all of that regarding your particular situation. Okay. So I guess, yeah, that's it for all the things that I wanted to share with you. These are all my offerings. And thank you so much for listening to me so patiently. Thank you for your lovely presence, for the wonderful, interactive comments that you guys shared, your experiences and everything, It just make this place come alive. And thank you so much, Meg, for your support. And if anyone else also feels like, making a contribution, helping me keep the space alive, or to create like more resources or to offer more spaces like this, more sessions and everything for people who cannot access them, then you are welcome to support me. You're welcome to make a donation. And that donation will, touch many other lives, including mine. So, yeah, you're so welcome, Meg. And I am so thankful to you. Amelia says, thank you, Anisha, as always. Thank you so much, Amelia. It was lovely to have you here again. Always, I love your presence always. Okay. So I bow down to the divine within you all. Namaste. And I will see you in the live day after tomorrow. And thank you, Amelia, for this generous and consistent support. I am beyond words and I'm ever so grateful, really. Thank you. Sarah says, love being in your presence. Namaste. And I love having you, Sarah. Namaste.